Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another episode here on Warriors Amongst Men. As always, my name is Sam and I'm here to help you liberate from your flesh, define your purpose and live the life that you came here to live as a spiritual being, having a human experience. And today, I'm walking in the rain. Like they say, you got to walk through the mud in life to get to the higher ground, and that's not really relevant, but right now I've just left my apartment. I'm going for a walk in Thailand. It's coming into rain season, and what I want to talk today about is how to manifest faster, which I find a very fascinating subject, because Nikola Tesla said if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. Right now we are operating maintenance machines. Like, your body needs daily maintenance. You have to wake up, you have to feed yourself with fuel, you know, you have to water your body. Your body's over 72% water, and so is the earth. You're a water being on a water planet, and everything needs maintenance here. You know, you have to clean your house, you have to reorganize your mind, you have to maintain your mind. So it really comes down to the disciplines that we have, the things that we do every single day, is what we then get as the law of cause and effect takes place. Does that make sense? So all of the actions that we take are the spells that we are wielding. So we have to recognize that we live in a maintenance world, and this then illuminates a lot of shadow work that we have to do, because a lot of people struggle to address their immediate needs right now. You know, right now, what are your actual needs? Because if you can identify those and address those, that's the things that we should be doing regularly on a daily basis. Like they say about opening your chakras, right? But people think, oh, I've gone through a spiritual awakening, so I'm awake now. You know, but you have to maintain your spirituality, you know. You do that by taking leadership in your life, you know, organizing things, taking ownership, taking responsibility, just being the leader in your own life. In any situation that you find yourself in, just taking the initiative. You know, and it's a daily maintenance of being your higher self. A lot of us, we want to pray to God or pray to our higher self, but the higher self is just you at a higher frequency. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about manifesting. We're talking about the law of cause and effect, and the spells you're wielding are the actions you're taking on a daily basis. Now, there's 3 things you can do to manifest faster, right? First thing is to prepare the space around you and within you. So it's external and internal. Even in the Gospel of Thomas, it says you got to make the outer like the inner and the inner like the outer, right? The upper like the lower and the lower like the upper. That is as above, so below, as within, so without, the law of cause and effect. So prepare yourself internally, prepare yourself externally. Like I said, it's a law of maintenance every single day. You got to maintain this stuff. So, for example, if you want to manifest a relationship, right, you got to prepare the space. Maybe your house is not very clean, and if they were to turn up at your door, you wouldn't be ready for them anyway. So sometimes we want to manifest things, but we're not actually ready for them, and we're not therefore a vibrational match to manifesting them. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. Right, we want to be ready for the opportunities when they appear, not necessarily having to do with relationships. This can do with relationships not necessarily in love, but also in business and friendships, whatever it is, whether it's money. If you got that amount of money that you need or want, would you be mentally able to deal with the responsibility that that then brings? You've got new responsibilities if you've got loads of money, because maybe you've got more people to take care of, or a responsibility to take care of others as well as yourself now. You know, so are you ready for that? You've got to prepare yourself internally for the things that you want to manifest. So every single day I wake up and meditate and reset my mind back to neutral. I'm not overly impressed with how well I'm doing. I'm not depressed at how well I think I could be doing, because they're the two things that knock you off your center. When you're too impressed and you're resting on your laurels sort of thing, then you make mistakes because you think you're better than you are. And when you're depressed because you're comparing yourself to others maybe, or just a projection of where you think that you should be, this is gonna throw you off balance, right? So prepare yourself internally and externally. That's number one. Number two is you got to raise your frequency. So if it's a relationship that you're trying to build with someone, raising your frequency would look like interacting with them more. Because now there's the energy going between you and that person backwards and forwards, and now you start to get to know each other, and the frequency is raising in that relationship. Your connection is getting stronger, right? Like a Wi-Fi connection. So be aware of that, and also all of these things fit in, they all interlink. Like it's a maintenance, looking after your body, looking after your chakras and your mindset and everything like this on a daily basis. I'm just figuring out where to go. I'm going to go down here. So yeah, figure yourself out on a daily basis. Organize, make sure, that's how you raise your frequencies. Make sure you're doing the things, your chores and things like that, right? Sometimes if we get loads of money, we might think, oh nice, I can just go to the beach and I can just go swimming and I can do whatever I want to do. But it's like, actually you get a lot more gratitude and increase in your frequency when you just do the simple things that you know you should be doing, like your chores and things like that. You'll feel so much better when your house is cleaned, when you've written in your journal, when you've organized your daily structure or whatever it is. You'll feel so much better for that. That's what raises your frequency, not having a good time or feeling impressed, like I said, right? They all interlink. So, there's a dog coming. Let's see. Looks like a cool dog. So, number 3 is faith leaping, which is exactly perfect for this scenario right now. Faith leaping. Sometimes you have to be courageous and you have to face your fears. You have to be willing to take a leap of faith. So yeah, you might be building connections with people by you know, say in a relationship you're building a connection by speaking to these people more often, but sometimes in that connection you might need to take a leap of faith and be bold and make an offer or something like that, or make an offer in a relationship. You know, maybe you have to go and see each other. You know, you do these things where you take a little bit of a leap of faith, you get out your comfort zone and you face your fears, and when you face your fears you will face everything and rise. And you can hear the dogs barking as a manifestation of what I'm saying, because our words are powerful. And the more you acknowledge that and acknowledge your power of your daily disciplines, whether they're good or bad, because no matter what your daily disciplines are, even if they're stupid, you're still manifesting. But if they're amazing, you're manifesting, you're a conscious manifester, and that's what I want to see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be now doing a video on the way back on how to open your 7 chakras on my Patreon. So if you want to see that, click the link in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be the leader, take responsibility, and take your power back. And then you'll manifest faster. Peace and love, my friends.